Gustavo Kuerten is with me, a three-time champion. Guga, thank you for talking to us. I know you just came in, but you must have heard that Rafa won a five-setter last night. Felix really pushed him. I'd like your comments on that.
It was a great game. It's hard to see Rafa on these tricky situations, and it's rare. I try to remember when he played 5 sets. The last time here, and perhaps would be 5 matches at most. Of course, we all remember the thriller one against Novak. On the year he still won it, and I believe it was 8-6 or 10-8 in the fifth. So that's a great dramatic match, and what it's supposed to happen tomorrow when they face each other again. But Felix, he was able to push Rafa to his best, and of course the experience at the end, it increased the difference.
Mental toughness,
the toughness and the sureness that you own the place. On his mind, he's just his spirit just take it over, and he knows what's gonna happen even in the future. So that's I imagine that's how his mind is able to produce, because I had a great experience to winning 3 times, but if you multiply this by 4 and a little bit more, so
12 and plus 1, 13,
and I once I was there at the court, I could just fulfill myself of confidence 1 second to the other, and in the right time when I need it. Imagine if you are all so much successes as he is. So that's the tricky question for Novak. I believe if he really want to make it, it has to be more simple, away from these circumstances. But also, last time they played one of the best matches ever on the slams. The last tie break, they played each other in 4 sets, looked like 10 sets as much as he played, and turning around moments, from the confidence, and you see, now the match, Rafa took it over. Oh, now Novak never lose again, so again come back one to the other. This is tennis as better it can get. So that's what we're gonna face one day after the other for this last week of Roland Garros.
Guga, what do you think of Carlos Alcaraz? I mean, last night against Kakanov, clinical display. He's beaten both Novak and Rafa. Of course, Novak won Paris. But my question to you is, are they putting too much pressure on him, saying the next Rafa, the next Rafa? What do you think of this kid? He's 19.
But he's already is, and he's ready for it. Otherwise, all this great success, not only this year but the last 12 months, wouldn't happen. He wants to be. It's different than someone want you to have this life, and he lives, he dreams, he's all for it. So I'm sure everyone see him as a Rafa with upload already, a new generation with that connects. What's the best on tennis, and it is Roger, Rafa, and Novak together. He mix whatever and everything that's the best that we have, and he's able to produce in a higher level. So his time is already on. Will come much more, of course. He will dominate tennis for at least next 10 years.
Wow. So, if the injuries don't catch up.
This, I believe now they're more prepared. And they have a more condition, they have the time is more general to the players, they are smarter. It's not like at the past that we just run, play whatever, more and more and more. So now they understand they can be successful here with 35 years old.
Totally.
We told our career finished with 26, 28. So it's a 100 meter for us, and now they run a marathon. So they go cruising, and his body is very fit. It looks like he has condition to produce for many years. But like you said, you never know what tomorrow it can bring. But if you have in perspective, he's the one that already showing up. Is not enough. Number 2 is not enough final. I want more, and I want it all. So that's kind of player that we all fear. That we know sooner or later it's gonna happen.
Guga, the ladies' side, Iga Swiatek, is coming off an unbelievable run.
Yes.
Some people are saying it's again going to be one-sided, but it's not an easy draw, and Zheng is there. So what do you think of Iga and what she's doing?
I believe it's much of herself with the conditions to get this massive tension coming around on the last levels. But she already successful here once, and I think she's very smart on out of the court, also going down with the expectations. Okay, guys, I understand. The records are there. I want this, but let's talk about other stuff. Like let's make it simple. So as more simple she can build her routine, better chance she has. Of course, she's the best player. Not by far, but sure. She's showing the last 3 months, 6 months on amazing results, and it's hard for the other girls to face someone with this level of confidence. The first belief that you put it on, to go out there and be sure that you are able to win is not an easy task to make. I remember '97, that was magical.
Sergio Bruguera, you beat him.
I beat him, and I would say the match against Kafelnikov.
Yep, your big rival.
I went to the court, and he was 10 times better than me on that time. But these 2 weeks, it come up. My spirit just went over and took advantage of this illumination on 14 days run. But that day I went to the court and I didn't believe I couldn't win. During the match, that after playing 2.5 hours, that I watched him briefing. I said, no, perhaps I have a chance after a long experience in the court and after winning 4 matches. So it's hard to convince yourself that you are able to win someone with this amount of confidence, like it was Kafelnikov at the time and Swiatek on this day. So for the girls, I believe the critical point will be this. And for her, like I said, it's make it simple. Try to make one more day in the office, but knowing that it's 33, now it's 34, and then I can beat Serena's record, and then I can keep on moving for the next one. So this is the magician of sports, because it doesn't matter the level from the goddess, Rafa, Serena, Steffi, Novak, Roger. Everybody feels scared, doubts. They are human beings as well, and this I can tell you for sure. So this part of the body that sometimes give us and get us in trouble. Once the spirit commands, there's no problem. Then the champion is there and take it over. But every day there's a new day to discover what the sport in general and tennis can surprise us.
Guga, they love you here. You've had some tough competitors in your career. You won 1 Masters, 3 French Opens. Who was your toughest competitor? Was it Yevgeny Kafelnikov? Was it Sampras? Or was it Agassi?
Yeah, here Kafelnikov for sure. I watched him and said, "Come on, it's like a final anticipated." In the 3 times I played him on the quarter, so I knew he knew it. It's just like that. On my career in general, I think Agassi and Sampras they are so away from my expectations that it feels like too much to handle. Once I got closer, I was able to overtake him, especially at the finals. Was my the biggest moment of my career, beating one after the other, semis and the final. But they were much more as inspiration than a rivalry for myself. And it happened that I played for 5 years, and then I had much of injury, a lot of issue, healthy problems. So I didn't develop a great rivalry like these days. The guy I play most, I would say, would be then at the end Agassi and Kafelnikov. I played 6 to 8 times, but was too few to have someone real competition 1 year after the other. And Marat, I would say, was the target to find the #1 spot. You know, me with him was kind of much more as a race than a rivalry too. So at the end, I kind of cruise myself and watching the guys passing by at the side, but just having the opportunity and the guy, if I would say, was harder to play was Sampras for sure. My generation, his game was kind of impossible to beat. So this was the experience I have.
I gotta go. My time is up.
right.
But just a big shout out to the Indian boys,
Yes.
Leander Pace, Mahesh Bhupati,
yes, a great
you know,
friend of-
Ron Bopana now. You want to
Right.
say something to them?
Of course, they are great friends. We always together. Leander, I played him in Brazil when I was a kid. He beat me very easy. I said, "Come on, this guy is too fast." And Mamesh, doubles.
Bhupati, yeah.
We played many times, and then he was coaching. He came back, and I think we have a kind of light spirit, you know, the smiling, the way of approaching, that he always invite me to go to India. Still didn't arrive my time. So guys, please text me up, because I really love to go, and it's always nice to see you around. Perhaps sooner or later I'll be there. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Guga.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you.